This table is a daily stand-up table. 2 columns here. One has what I'll work on today, and then the other one, what did you work on since the last update? Every day, fill this out. And what I want is to have an email summary set up. So I've set that up with a bot. The bot sends a summary that shows rows matching the conditions you set with content from the columns that you select. Let's take a look at how to build this. I'm going to create a bot by opening up the bots panel, clicking new bot. We'll call this weekly summary. Select trigger. I'll select time-based trigger. Set this to weekly. Every Monday morning, 8 a.m. If the row matches the following conditions, I'm going to say if the date was in the past week, then take the following action. This will sum up the past week's entries. So email summary, recipient type. I'll put my address in. Then subject will be weekly summary. There we go. And then for the body, here's what you did last week. Columns to include, we'll just include all of these. And then click save on this. And what this will do is every Monday, send an email to me with a summary of the different tasks from the past week. Here's the summary email. It has a link to the table, body text, and then the rows that matched the conditions. Each has the content from the column that was selected, and then a link to the row. You can click that to open it up in the single row view, and then you can also click the table title here to return to the table. This is a table of feedback, and with the assignee bot, I'm able to change the assignee on one row of feedback, and this will then send an email to the assignee. And we can see here, this is that row, and some of the content is pulled in here. Let's take a look at how to build this. I'll click bots in the toolbar to open up the bots panel and create a new bot. We'll call it email assignee. I'll select a trigger. When the column value changes and the assignee changes, then the action we want to take is to send an email. For the email address, we'll select from columns, select the assignee column. For the subject, we'll say new issue, and then this allows me to select a variable, and the issue will be feedback, and I'll paste this body in. So again, there's a new issue, it will grab the text from feedback. For the next step, it will grab the text from link, and this last variable is record URL. You can also use metadata variables. In this case, we used the record URL, and this will just add a link to open up the row directly. We'll hit save on this. Let's see it in action. I'll set this assignee, and this should send me a new email. Here's the new email, new issue, and it pulled the value from the table for the subject, repeats it here, and then puts a next step item here with the values from that row and adds a link to that row, which can be opened in this single row view where you have a focused view of this row, and you can always click this title to get back to that original table. Sometimes you want to automatically move a row from one table to another. In this bot example, the bot watches this done column. When it's checked, it moves the row from the tasks table to the archive table. Let's take a look at how to build this. I'll go to the bots panel and then create a new bot. Call it archiver. When done is changed, we'll take a look at the value done and set a condition. If done is checked, then what we want to do is add a row to archive. And we will select template value and use the variables here to make matching values between tasks and archive and task. Last one, when, and then set template value to when, and we'll save this bot. And we'll also create a duplicate of this bot that will delete the row from this table. So we can keep the same trigger, keep the same condition, and we'll just change this action to delete row. And what this will do is delete it from this tasks table. So it will do these two. So when it's changed to done, it will move it to archive. And I'll click this. The bot deletes this and also adds it to the archive table.